Meanwhile, the National Economic Council has since swung into action, accusing the country's immediate past Minister of Finance, Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, of spending $2.1 billion from the excess crude account without authorization. It also accused the NNPC of not remitting over $3 million into the Federation, $3 million dollars, or Naira, I should say, into the Federation account from 2012 up to 2015. The federal government has now constituted a four-man panel comprising Edo State Governor Adams Oshiomhole, Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai, Akwa Ibom State Governor Udom Emmanuel, and Gombe State Governor Ibrahim Dankwangbo to probe the NNPC and the ECA from 2012 to May 2015. Now, here's what Governor Oshiomhole and Governor El-Rufai now told newsmen at the briefing after the NEC meeting.
NNPC and the Office of the Accountant General of the Federation was compelled to provide information in black and white on issues as it relates to the total sales of Nigeria crude from 2012 to May 2015. This has never happened before. And for us, this is profound. Talking about transparency, talking about change. And what we saw from those numbers, which I believe Nigerians are entitled to know, is that whereas the NNPC claimed to have earned about 8.2 billion. 8.2 billion naira over dollars.
That's for, yeah.
No, we need to.
8.1 trillion.
8.1 trillion naira. What accrues, what NNPC paid to the Federation account between 2012 all through to 2015, end of May, was 4.3 trillion naira. And NNPC withheld and spent 3.5 trillion naira. Now, the major revelation here for me is that the entire federation, that is the federal government and all the state government and all the 774 local government, the amount that NNPC paid to the federation account for distribution to these 3 tiers of government came to 4.3, and NNPC a trillion naira. And NNPC alone took and spent 3.5 trillion naira. Now, which means NNPC, the cost of running NNPC is even much more than the cost of running the federal government. Now, that tells you how much, talking about what is missing, what is mismanaged, what is stolen, there are huge numbers here.
What we have seen, as explained by the governor of Edo in the last few months or years, is that the excess crude account has been operated unilaterally by the federal government. Drawings are made unilaterally without consulting those that actually own the money, because the excess crude account is 52% owned by the federal government and 48% owned by the states, and that's how, and local governments. So one of the decisions of the Economic Council today is to set up this committee of 4 with Governor Adams Oshiomhole, my humble self, the governor of Gombe State, who was former Accountant General of the Federation, and the governor of Akwa Ibom State, to look at the operations of the excess crude account and make recommendations to Council on its future.
Now, the former Finance Minister Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala has been reacting to those claims. In a statement by her media advisor Paul Nwabuku, the former Finance Minister described allegations that she spent $2.1 billion out of the excess crude account without authorization as, quote, false, malicious, and totally without foundation. She said no unauthorized expenditure from the ECA was made under her watch in the Finance Ministry, adding that decisions on such expenditure were discussed at meetings of the Federation Accounts Allocation Committee, FAC, attended by finance commissioners from the 36 states. She described the allegations by the National Economic Council as political and personal vendetta. She added that she was ready at any time to respond to legitimate inquiries about issues under her purview as Finance Minister.